Hey, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new, and welcome to another day in the life vlog. I would really like to get one of these out a month. I have a lot of fun doing them. They are a lot to edit, but I really do enjoy them when they are done. But today we actually had a lot going on. At this point, the girls had already eaten their breakfast, so I was just working on mine. Out in the backyard, everything had been cleared in preparation for our new play set, which the girls were so excited about. And they were just off playing in the playroom, doing their own thing, while I just tried to feed myself as quickly as possible. Recently, I have been making little breakfast bowls. I really just need to switch it up every once in a while because breakfast is not my favorite meal of the day, but I do try to eat it every day, so I have to switch it up to keep myself interested in different breakfast foods. But this is what I have recently been enjoying. It is potato, egg, spinach, feta. This time I added tomato and avocado as well, but this is another thing that I like to switch up, and I love to make it spicy. I feel like anyone who's home with their kids, not just homeschool parents, can relate to the fact that there is just a lot of cleanup throughout the day. We try to tidy up as we go, but it doesn't always happen. And generally, I have to specifically give my girls a task for cleaning up. It is not something I can just say like clean up and then they clean the whole playroom. Normally, I have to give them each specific things. But on to hair. My girls have very curly hair. I have the curliest, and then Emmy has a lot of curls, and then Alani's curls are a little more loose. So there is a lot of curls to tame in this household, and neither of them really like all of the water and the sprays. Emmy's normally covering her face most of the time. Alani has gotten better at it. But first I need to get their hair situated, and then from there we can get started with our school day. I will make sure to link my blog post where I detail the curriculum we are using this year, just in case you are new to my channel. But we had been learning about Canada and Alaska, and I was reading a book to the girls about the Inuit. So while I was reading that, I was allowing them to free draw. After we finished the book, I set the girls up with a video on YouTube from the Are We There Yet channel, and they travel all over the world and show different videos from kids' experiences. We've really enjoyed those. Those were a recommendation from Torchlight, and they recently had added a new Canada one. So I let them watch that, and then from there, we've moved on to science. Alani has been working on slowing down with her work. Sometimes she really speeds through things and makes mistakes that then just make things harder, it makes things take longer, and then it gets her frustrated. That's been a really big thing in math. That's something that she normally really enjoys, but she's noticing as things take more steps that it becomes hard when she does make a mistake in the beginning or in the middle, and it just derails the whole thing. So we are really working on that. Emmy was using the Busy Binder, which I had made when Alani was little. Those are available on my website. But she ended up just moving a bunch of the letters around at one point. So Alani made it her goal of fixing those before we moved on to them playing independently while I made lunch. Emmy hasn't been eating cheese sandwiches much, but she did specifically ask for a Mickey sandwich, so I made Alani's the same way. And I don't know if it was the excitement for soccer, but neither of my girls hardly ate their lunch on this day. Of course, because I put all this work into it. But we were ready for soccer early, so I let them play with their Spanish book. I'll link the video where I talk more about these books. They're so much fun, and we really love them. But the girls are signed up for an activity that they can do together, which is so nice. This specific one allows them to practice lots of different skills needed for lots of different sports. So every week they are doing different agility things and learning different parts of different sports. And they both have so much fun with this. So I'm glad I signed them up again this year. And I'm actually really glad the class size is small. When we got back, Emmy continued with the Busy Binder, and I finished math with Alani. We had kind of stopped at a halfway point before their class. So when we got back, we kept going. It has been subtraction and addition with some higher numbers. So that has been something I've actually dragged out a little bit longer than the curriculum suggests, because I really want to make sure she gets this down before we move on any further. Another thing that we have been taking extra time on is suffixes. This is actually her right now trying to remember to double the L after the short vowel. But suffixes and syllables is something that we've been spending some time on. The tricky thing about the suffix ed has been remembering not to change the spelling, even if that E sometimes sounds like an I. So that is something that didn't really trip her up with suffix es, but it took a little bit longer with the suffix ed. So I let the girls finish the Are We There Yet video. They hadn't finished it before their activity. So once that was over, they were ready and excited to get outside. We went with a play set that is by a company that's not very far from us. It allowed the girls to go there and just try out all of the different play sets that were on the show floor. And it allowed us to be able to choose what we specifically wanted for them based on their interests. And so it was really nice to be able to go about it that way. Everything we chose was something that they specifically really enjoyed playing with while we were there. We have not had it for long, but the girls are loving it. Emmy has really gotten used to the slide. She was a little nervous at first, but now she can proudly go down on her own. But that is going to be it for this video. As always, thank you so much for your support on my channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.